sinners plunged beneath that flood lose all their guilty stains. There is a fountain filled with blood drawn from Emmanuel's veins, and sinners plunged beneath that flood lose all their guilty stains, lose all their guilty stains, lose all their guilty stains, and sinners plunged beneath that flood lose all their guilty stains.
Jesus coming in glory when he comes from his home in the sky, then we shall meet him in that bright city. We'll understand it, oh, by and by. Oh, sing it with me now. Farther along we'll go all about it. Oh, farther along we'll understand why. So cheer up, my brother, live in the sunshine, and we'll understand it, oh, by and by. Yes, we'll understand it, oh, by and by.
Good evening and happy Sabbath, beloved. We thank the good Lord that by His grace we can see another Sabbath. Shall we begin our Vesper service with hymn number 8, We Gather Together. We gather together to honor the Lord's blessings. We trace His will to make known the wicked oppressing now cease from distressing. Sing praise to His name, He forgets not His own. Beside us to guide us, our God, with us joining, ordaining, maintaining His kingdom divine. So from the beginning, the fight we were winning, our all was at our side, all glory be thine. We always hold thee, our leader triumphant, and pray that thou still a defender will be. Let thy congregation escape tribulation, thy name be ever praised, O Lord, make us free. Shall we continue with hymn number 559? Come we all go, with hearts and voices, who wondrous things have done, in whom this world rejoices, who from
be evermore.
For our opening prayer, we humbly ask Elder Prince Enin to give us the prayer.
Yes, we are going so I pay a soldier to do something. It is a share with you, fear, a share from it down. Or come back to me. When you may be in a special thing, and to pass up my phone to show and so that the Labium, one cast a pack one country, and from more branches here, and sees here, only have a frontier on my testimony. We are more here, we used to be. Amen.
Amen. Scripture reading, we ask our sister Naomi to read for us.
So for our scripture this evening, let's take our Bibles to the book of Genesis. Genesis 16, verse 13. And I read, Then she called the name of the Lord who spoke to her, You are a God who sees. For she said, Have I even remained alive before after seeing him? Amen.
Amen. Our message for this evening will be given by our brother Ishmael Hossein.
Good evening and happy Sabbath once again. Our words of exhortation for today's Vesper will be based on the verse read earlier on Genesis 16, verse 13, and it's captioned earlier. This story is one that is very familiar to many of us, and it's about Hagar and her encounter with God in the wilderness. In a bit to give a summary, I'd say that her altercation with Sarah, her mistress, means that she had to run away from home. Whilst in the wilderness, not knowing what to do, where to turn to, she had an encounter with God, and this encounter was one that was similar to that of Saul, in a sense that it changed our world's history. Of course, not many of us can relate to the exact experiences Hagar went through, in the sense that not many of us are living with our mistresses and not many of us are being maltreated one way or the other. However, the emotions that she went through in the wilderness are many that we can relate to, especially in these COVID times where feelings of despair, loneliness, confusion is what is the order of the day. I can say many of us are probably one way or the other in the face of our lives where we are experiencing these emotions. We can take solace from the story of Hagar in the sense that in her moments of despair, in her moments of confusion, in her moments of loneliness, she had an encounter with God. God visited her, God saw her, and all things were different. From the verse 8, you realize that the angel of the Lord said to Hagar, Sarah's maid, from where came you and where are you going? And she said, I flee from the face of my mistress Sarah. This was because, of course, she had been given to Abraham, and because of her pregnancy and issues relating to that, there were issues between she and Sarah. Because of that, she didn't know what was to befall the baby and herself. But the verses after that were full of blessings from the Lord. And so if you read the whole chapter, you realize that God blessed the child, and he pronounced so many blessings on the mother too. When we move on to the verse 13, as was read by our sister, it was where Hagar exclaimed that you are God who sees me. For she said, have I also here looked at him who sees me. In 2 Chronicles verse 16, 2 Chronicles chapter 16 verse 9, we find a very beautiful text, and here we see that the eye of the Lord runs to and fro throughout the whole world, looking to show himself strong on the behalf of those who show themselves perfect to him. Over here we find that God is very interested in our business. He's not one who would sit there and ask that we call on him. He's a proactive one in the sense that even before we ask, he knows and is acting in that regard. In Psalms 121 verse 3, we are also told by the psalmist that he will not suffer our foot to be moved, neither will and then he will keep those of us who slumber from falling. These are words of encouragement, and moving back to the story of Hagar, we realize that in the conversation that ensued between Abraham and Sarah before Hagar ran away, in their mentioning of Hagar, they never mentioned her name. So in some versions they use maid, in other versions they use slave. But when Christ saw her, Christ mentioned her name, and not only did he mention her name, he qualified it, which meant that he meant exactly who he was dealing with. I think for me over here, what it tells us is that he knows each and every one of us. He sees everything that we go through, and he knows exactly the points in our lives that we are. It's important that we have this at the back of our mind, so that when the devil is putting so much deceptions on our minds and telling us that we don't have anyone, we should rest assured that we have a God who sees us, a God who knows. And so even as we enjoy the blessings of the Sabbath, our retreats, each and every one, to have this at the back of our minds, that we have a God who sees and knows what we do. Amen.
Amen. We close today's Vesper with hymn number 574, after which our elder Prince Annie will give us the closing prayer.
Amen.